Well, Yasir, I mean, there's 7 matches for him, 203 runs, 100 in the last game. And the strike rate, I'm sure, will get better as he starts opening more and more for Pakistan. And that's Mohammad Hafiz that we told you about. Has the good touch and very stylish right-handed opening batsman. 14 matches for him and an average of 23.5 and a strike rate of 53. So Mohammad Hafiz will perhaps feel that he needs a big one. He's got good starts but just hasn't got the big one for his team. There is Hasibul Hussain, first match for him in this series. He'll be starting proceedings here.
Hasibul Hussain, brought in for the one-days, has been given the new ball from the golf course end.
It is not an auspicious start. A wide ball, the first ball bowled, so we still do not have a legal delivery bowled. Pakistan won the toss and Inzamam ul Haq straight away elected to bat on what appears to be a flat track. Inzamam seems to be doing well as a captain, Arthur, because he remembered the names of his team players this time. He forgot them last time when I interviewed him. Another wide one. This is not what the Bangladeshis wanted, not what Khalid Mahmood wanted. They must have had a long chat after that pretty ordinary effort in the last one there. Pakistan put up their highest score against Bangladesh in that Multan one-day. Another wide one, but this time Aleem Dar doesn't make a decision. But I thought Bangladesh need to get off to a good solid start here, as was described by Khalid Mahmood in his interview. Aleem Dar is out there in company with Russell Tiffin.
Yeah, they need to start good, but not by bowling wides would be a right idea. I think the line has to be more disciplined on a flat track like this. There is a little bit of movement of the seam. The first 3 deliveries, even though the first 2 ones were wide ones, but I could sense that there was some lateral movement. So that might be a good idea if Hasibul Hussain can just bring the deliveries much closer to the batsman, make them play, because he's got 2 slips, just the 2 slips in the catching position, and he needs to make sure that he bowls on the off-stump line.
That's a nice crisp shot to get off the mark. It's a lovely shot through mid-wicket. Mohammad Hafiz in touch straight away with that lovely shot through the onside.
Pakistan off to a flying start. 2 wide and a half volley on his legs. And what a beautiful shot. Right on his toes. Hit it very nicely. Did not try to hit it very hard. It was the timing, and I think the outfield is lightning fast. Raced over to the boundary.
Just roll of the wrist and away it went. Well, it's a massive crowd here in Faisalabad. Conditions are uneasy because it is hot, the sun is out. The air is still, but they're still out there in the shades. They must be enjoying this because after that Inzamam innings, the interest seemed to have increased a great deal in this series.
Well, Ramiz, on a flat track like this, which is very good for batting conditions, the discipline in bowling needs to be really, really good. They need to bowl on the stump to stump basis. Any width of or any ball pitched up to the batsman will be driven. Anything short will be cut. So they need to show a lot more discipline than what we saw in the first one days.
Pakistan 6 without a wicket. That's gone through square leg. No need to run for that one. There's a chase, but in vain. Wrong line from Mushraf Murtaza and Yasir Hamid, who will not let those go by easily.
Well, Yasir Hamid, as we've seen earlier, that is very strong on the leg side. Anything pitched on the middle stump, that was short as well. The length was not right. Picked up very nicely, and the outfield is really fast. So anything you put in the middle of the bat is going to go over to the boundary until it goes straight to the fielder.
He's found the gap and he's found it to precision. Yasir Hamid would have enjoyed that. Minimum of effort with good result.
Too much wit on that occasion from Hasibul Hussain. Yasir Hamid played that beautifully. Picked the gap right in the middle of point and gully and kept the ball down. That's a good shot.
Hasibul once again a little wide, and Yasir Hamid has now got 2 fours. Once again that range, this is nicely stopped. Fielding has got to be committed out there to support bowling on this flat track. 19 without a wicket. First ODI, 35 fours and 6 sixes hit by Pakistan. It was an innings that batted Bangladesh out of the game. Pakistan got 64 from the last 4 overs in Multan. That's dropped. A sitter missed. That could very well turn out to be a costly miss. Alok Kapali, who saved a certain 4 in the last over, missing a straightforward chance.
Well, that's where Bangladesh goes wrong. They put up a brilliant effort in the field, and look at that. Should have just scuffed it down. It's a sitter, as you mentioned. That just might be a little bit too costly, because the batsman who offered that chance is none other than Yasir Hamid, who has been in terrific form.
A little bit more cautious this time, Yasir Hamid. Lapse in concentration, that could be one reason for that shot. He's been middling everything, he's been in good form, but careless shots can easily make you throw away your good form. This was a careless shot. Alok Kapali was on the move, didn't balance himself properly, and the ball was put down.
Well, the point you were making, that if you don't pick up the singles, then it just gets to get big on your head, and maybe that was the reason why Yasir tried to play that shot on the up. Ended the over. Could have been a very good one for Bangladesh. Pakistan 21 for none.
And that's where he has to transfer his experience. He's got to sit down with Yasir Hamid and has to tell him, look, don't have to be impetuous. Just try and play yourself in for a little while, and then back yourself up in order to play your strokes. I'm sure Javed will do that. He's a very good coach. Quite start by these Pakistani openers. Almost 7 overs they're going to be completed. They have only picked up 23 runs. It's not that the Pakistani batsmen, they are playing badly, but it's the Bangladeshi bowlers, they're maintaining a very tight line of length. Learned their lesson from the first game. Playing his comeback game. That's beautifully struck. Half stopped at extra cover by Habibul Bashar. 3 of the over. Pakistan after 7 overs, 24 without loss. This will go to the boundary line. That's a beautiful stroke. Second boundary for Mohammad Hafiz. Just getting onto the boundary rope. And that's where Mohammad Hafiz is so good. Not a great flourish of the bat, just timed the ball enough to send the ball towards the boundary. Not a great follow-through on that occasion, but the timing was superb.
Well, this shot show how good the pitch is. Simple timing. The length was up. He just placed it between the two fielders. And so far he hit 2 boundaries in his 12 runs. And Murtaza has to be a little bit more shorter. A little bit.
Well, he was, and he's been punished.
Oh, that was outside the off stump. The ball the batsman waiting for. The Pakistani love to play the cut shots, drives, and they are really found to play outside the off stump. This one again shot, but a lot of room for Hafiz to play that beautiful square cut. And it was hit so hard that the fielder did try it, but no chance for the fielders.
Well, it was the room which Mohammad Hafiz enjoyed. Third boundary for him. Well, it's a very difficult proposition for the bowlers to bowl in one-day international, especially on pitches where the ball comes onto the bat very nicely, although the white ball always swings and seams. But still, they find it very difficult because the fielding restrictions they're on within the 15 overs, they're not allowed to have more than 2 fieldsmen on the boundary line. And if you're not allowed to have quite a few fieldsmen at the boundary line, you've got to be very precise with your line and length. They have strengthened the offside field. They have taken off the slip, and they have placed a shot mid-wicket. The second catcher flying towards third man. 9 of the over. Pakistan 33 without loss. Upish, but safe. 4th boundary for Hafiz. He's breaking loose.
Well, this time it was short, as we have already discussed. The pitch, which is slow, you can't afford to bowl short on this track. And when Hafiz would love to play that pull shot, it was a very interesting looking pull shot. At the last moment he placed it there, as there is only 2 fielders behind the circle, so it's plenty of room for this kind of shots. So another 4 for Hafiz. Look at that again. Once again, Upish. Is he dropped? Rajan Saleh is one of the best fielder in the Bangladesh side. As I said earlier, they are playing too many shots. They have to control themselves.
Well, I think that's where the captain of the Bangladeshi team really has to react. Most of the fieldsmen, they are coming from the edge of the circle. And had that fieldsman just up 1 or 2 paces, would have been an easy catch. But still, at this level, you've got to pick up these catches. That was easy. Another let off. Both the Pakistani openers, they've been dropped, given a life. Good over. 4 of the over. Pakistan 37 without loss. Got him. Needless stroke from Yasir Hamid. And he had to pay the price. Mushfiqur Rahman has struck for Bangladesh's important wicket.
Well, there is nothing for the fast bowlers in this track, and if the batsmen can stay there, they can have a lot of fun batting. But I think it's overconfidence. Yasir Hamid going for it, using his feet, missing the line of the ball, straight ball, and is bowled. Pakistan losing their first wicket. Yasir Hamid who scored 100 is out for 15, and Pakistan is 45 for 1.
Yusuf Johanna, the next man in, has an excellent average in one-day international. And the most important thing, the strike rate is beyond 70. And that is the reason why he has arrived at the crease. Impetuosity has taken the best of Yasir Hamid. Without taking any measures of the bowling of Mushrifur Rahman. He went after it, and the bowler has struck, knocking off the leg stump. And that was the breakthrough these Bangladeshis they were looking for. He'll shout straight away. It was the case of pad hitting the ball, hitting the pad first and then the bat. Needless run has been given to the Pakistani team, and Yusuf Johanna is off the mark.
Well, this is the best the bowlers can do on this kind of tracks, which they're going to face throughout the Pakistan series, and that's good stop by Rajan, but the batsman was there, but sloppy feeling by the Bangladeshi. They are giving too many singles like this. Some all extras like this will build up in the end, so they have to show some discipline in the field. Once again, for the batsman, there is no fine leg. They're going to have the stationary fielder at short fine leg, and the bowler has to bowl to a very tight line.
Mr. Nick has picked up second wicket in this over. What an over this has been.
Once again, too many shots outside the off stump. That ball had a little lift, got a little bit of lift from the pitch, might be because he's bowling his first over. And we can see when Rahman bowled outside the off stump, a little bit of lift, got a nick straight to the keeper, and Pakistan lost his second wicket. Must be very excited to get wickets on this track. And Mohammad Hafiz is out after scoring 26, and Pakistan lost the second wicket for 46.
Well, the most prolific batsman in the Pakistan's history of one-day internationals, Inzamam ul Haq, and he's the captain. Got a job to do because they have lost 2 wickets in quick succession.
Nice and straight, and the Inzamam power behind it. This is good batsmanship.
A very fine shot from Yusuf Johanna, very strong on the onside, picking that gap between mid-on and mid-wicket very nicely for 2 runs. Wearing a handkerchief around his neck, Yusuf Johanna. I can tell you it's very warm outside there. It's not easy for the bowlers also.
Actually, it's caught us by surprise, the warmth and the humidity here. Because when we came out last night in Faisalabad, it seemed pretty pleasant, and we thought it's going to be an improvement over Multan and Peshawar. But it's turned out to be hotter than in Multan. So as a result, you can see the cricketers wearing those cold collars around their neck. Nicely played. Running the first one hard, looking for the second. Good cricket from Johanna.
Inzamam must be feeling very confident after that win at Multan as a captain. And his innings also at Multan, followed by one of the gems in the test matches.
Well, he completed 9,000 runs in the last match when he got to 43. Strike rate of 71.8, and that's how he strikes the ball. Didn't come out the middle of the bat. It wasn't short enough, so he had to quickly get into position, but nobody in the deep, so very safe shot to get a couple of runs and bring up the end of the over. Pakistan 67 for 2.
That was the opportunity. A bad delivery. He was looking for a yorker, turning out to be a full toss. Easy pickings for Yusuf Johanna. First boundary in 10 overs. Watched the toe on that occasion. It was opened up, and dip of the shoulder enabled Yusuf Johanna to execute that stroke perfectly.
Oh, nicely played. He knew that slip was not there. He knew that third one was there. Played it so fine and so late. That is a class shot by Yusuf Yana. Could have gone wrong. Was not really far away from the keeper, but he had a lot of bat on it. Made sure that he was away from the keeper.
Death touch. Waited and then opening the face of the bat in the last moment. Inzamam ul Haq taking the aerial route. That was a good stroke from Yusuf Yohana. Brings up the 100 for the Pakistani team. And in the process, they have lost only 2 wickets. Straight away, attacking on the best bowler in the Bangladeshi lineup. Getting a boundary, the 5th one in 3 overs.
That's a huge shot. Just picked the length right and hit it on top of the mid-wicket for 4 runs. Well, he's cutting loose in Inzamam.
Pakistan have got plenty of wickets in hand, but the bowling has been tight. It's nicely carved away. This is an excellent shot from Inzamam ul Haq. He's not running hard because he knows that he's found the gap.
The Kamran Akmal was safely home. Got to be very careful, these 2 Pakistani batsmen. Yusuf Yohana straight away saying no to his partner. And Kamran Akmal, young man, very strong lad, coming back easily, taking the aerial route, but straight to the fieldsman. Single off the last ball, 3 runs of the over. Pakistan 188 for 6.
192 for 6. Ideally, Pakistan would have liked about 6 wickets in hand, but things haven't gone according to plans here. On a good batting pitch, quick outfield, it's not a big ground. Open the face of the bat, good cricket. Rolling on to the practice pitch meant an opportunity to come back for the 3rd for Yohana. The umpire's not very watchful about the running between the wicket, making sure that the batsmen stay off the pitch. There you can see Tiffin asking Akmal to stay off the pitch.
He's had a tough day at the office, Russell Tiffin. I think he got one wrong today.
It would be fair to say that he's not had a good series, Russell Tiffin. It's something you talk about cricketers after the series. You say, well, he's not had a good series. Same can be said about umpires. Not had a good one, Russell Tiffin. The important thing for any performer is it should be just a one-off. If you've not had a good series, it should just be a one-off. Can't be consistently bad in series. So that is acceptable.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't turn out to be a key moment. That will really hurt Bangladesh big time. Partnership 20 of 34 balls. Pakistan need to do a lot better from this stage onwards to challenge Bangladesh. We know that they can be very determined as a unit. .198 for 6.
The captain gets a switch of ends for himself. He's now coming from the golf course end, bowled his first spell from the pavilion end. Came in at a difficult time. Khalid Mahmood did pretty well in his first spell, but now these are easier times. Bowled 6 overs for 22 in the first spell.
Kamran Akmal can hit the ball hard. Yusuf Yohana is not looking at his partner, he's just lost his bat. He was used as a pinch hitter in Zimbabwe recently in the one-days. That single also gets Pakistan. They're 206 wickets down, few overs left now. We know that Yusuf Yohana can pace his innings to almost a perfection way, and he'll be looking really to up the tempo. Bangladesh really making things hard for Pakistan. They've not given them any easy runs. The fielding has been very decent at times, scintillating. A couple of good catches taken.
Easy pickings. That's a loose delivery from the captain. The fine leg is up in the circle. So that's suicidal.
Kamran Akmal can hit the ball extremely hard. And this was pretty easy. Change of pace from the bowler. I think that is where everything went wrong. Very risky, really, to experiment at this stage of the innings. This is much better, fuller in length.
Good backing up, but he'll concede that single. Tried his best to get behind that throw. And that boundary that came up prior to the last ball was the first boundary in 10 overs. That's the kind of control Bangladesh have had over the Pakistani batsman. Directed. There have been a close call. Good effort by the man backing up. It was a hard throw to his left. Slow in the air. He's going to push the fielder. Looking for two. But it's a good over for Pakistan. 10 runs coming off it. 208 for 6. Pull shot, trying to find the gap in the deep. Can't do so. Quite right, the umpire is very concerned about the batsman running on the pitch. And of course, a playing condition has been introduced quite a few months back. In fact, maybe 2 years back it was introduced, where a batsman or the batting side could be penalized for excessive running on the pitch and damaging the pitch. A bit of a misunderstanding between the two fielders, which meant 2 comfortable runs for Yohana.
It was the pace from Yohana's bat that got the fielders in a trickery position there. A little bit of football there. That didn't help the man coming in to stop that ball.
A good late cut. I think it should go all the way. No, might just slow down now. Rafiq hasn't been able to drag it back. So that's 4 delightful runs from Yohana. He moves into the 90s.
Mohammad Rafiq still probably concerned about his groin injury. Didn't go after it. He had a fast pace. He was after the ball, but not a convincing effort in the end. Yohana now 92. He's already got 8 one-day hundreds. This would be his second against Bangladesh. And he would be extremely lucky, Sanjay, to get his 100, because there's a clear case of caught behind, not given by the umpire.
Yeah, I thought Yohana didn't quite middle that one. And our friend Athar Ali Khan wasn't too happy. And understandably so. That's, I think, more than a not so good decision. It's the time when it comes. At a crucial juncture when would have been just the perfect dream wicket for Bangladesh. Yohana, well said, looking to take his team to some safety here in the total. And he got a reprieve. A very lucky break, really, for Pakistan at that time. 4 overs to go now. Pakistan 217 for 6.
Akmal on 20 from 26 balls. It could very well end up to be a good productive innings for Pakistan. Yohana on 94, just 6 away from yet another one-day 100. And this partnership vital for Pakistan. It has been good, 44 of 53 balls. But they need to just carry on a little bit further. 4.7 per over. If they get to 250, they'll end up with 5 and over.
Can't be really called a catch. It was a very fine cut by Johanna. He's trying to play it very fine to ensure a boundary because he knew there was a fielder there at short third. A big deflection, not really a catch.
Well, he's a stylist. This was nicely played. You had to be extremely good with your reflexes to take that kind of a nick. Late cut, very late cut. Kamran Akmal, well, he'll be eyeing the big one here. Big 6. Down the track, and it's a biggie. It's gone. That also raises a 50 partnership, and that also gets the crowd on their feet.
That's an enormous hit. It's just about 2 yards away from us, and we are virtually on the 5th floor. That's a big one. It's tall and it's gone long. He gave everything behind it. Here's another one. Now it's going straight down the throat of the fielder. I think it's Alok Kapali there in the deep. Mohammad Ashraful takes a good catch. So really it was a one-shot wonder there from Kamran Akmal. And Pakistan getting close to 240, 250 here, which might turn out to be a good total.
This wasn't as monstrous as the earlier one. Couldn't clear the man. Mohammad Ashraful steadied himself and got it under control. Gone for 26, 230 for 7.
Junaid Zia in his second one-day international comes out to bat. Didn't see him with the bat in the first innings, or rather the first match. That straighter delivery from Saleh has been working beautifully for him today.
Looking for a big one through mid-wicket, didn't middle it. Extra bit of bounce, no problems for the fielder.
Johanna gets closer to his 100. Saleh has picked up 3 wickets now in this spell, 231 for 7. Easily done. He'll also keep the strike, Johanna, so that's 900 for Yusuf Johanna in one-day international cricket, and his second against this opposition. Big one. Big and straight. And it's landed on the advertising hoarding. Great start to the over for Pakistan. May not have got enough bat on it. Yeah, it's taken. Long gone takes the catch. It's Mushfiqur Rahman, the fielders. So Johanna is dismissed after having played a marvelous innings.
Yes, a tremendous effort under heat, under pressure. This was the high full toss, and very difficult really to fetch over the boundary line. You have to middle them well, and Johanna couldn't middle it. Right down the throat of the long on fielder. Classic knock, 106, 240 for 8.
Zia gets a single off a full toss to long on. Yusuf Johanna getting 100 and immediately hitting a straight 6, and the ball after that was a high full toss, and as you said, Rami, it's not easy to get those out of the way. Again looking for a second consecutive 6. only to find Mushfiqur Rahman there in the dip. Getting the high part of the bat, Johanna, nowhere near the middle. And just scooped up, got the height, not the distance.
All these dot deliveries will mean a great deal in the end. This is how Johanna was dismissed, looking for a big six over long on this time. He had earlier hit a magnificent six through long off. Mushfiqur Rahman had no problems, had plenty of time to see it. The run rate still under 5, but we know that Pakistan have got the bowling resources to trouble Bangladesh. But it's the cricket on the day that will win the game, and if Bangladesh can play solid cricket, and if it is their day, well, who knows, they may beat Pakistan, may win a one-day game after the '99 World Cup.
Smart cricket by Janesia. He was the non-striker and he saw Shabbir Ahmed not making contact, but he was well prepared for this. Wicket-keeper and no chance. Couldn't have, well, didn't have the time to take his glove off, so the throw was always going to be inaccurate. So good thinking by the youngster. So he's facing the last ball of the innings. Pakistan 242 for 8. Another bye taken. Trying to get a wicket of the last ball was Murtaza with a direct hit. So another bye signal. So Pakistan end up with 243 for 8 in their 50 overs. Well, after getting 323 in the last match, Pakistan would be disappointed with this batting performance. 243 for 8 in their 50 overs. Johanna was simply superb. 106 he got, and 41 from Inzamam, and a good contribution down the order by Akmal. Well, if Bangladesh don't bat as well, they might just struggle to get there. But their bowling was good today. Certainly an improvement from the last match. As many as 7 bowlers used by Bangladesh, and their best bowler, 3 for 40, Rajan Saleh. And that was a good move by the captain to get him on with his off-spinners. So Bangladesh, when they come out after lunch, will have to get 244 of their 50 overs at 4.9 runs per over. Habibul Bashar has come out to open with Mohammad Ashraful. So it's the same opening pair that started the Bangladesh innings in the last match. Mohammad Ashraful hasn't quite carried on after that 77 in the test match, but Habibul Bashar at the other end has been consistent, and is one wicket that Pakistan will desperately seek, especially early in the innings. Time now to cross over to our commentators. It's going to be Amir Sohail and with him Athar Ali Khan.
Thank you, Sanjay. It was very nice to hear your thoughts. Well, Omar Gul has to fire away along with Shabbir with the new ball. They have to make early inroads into the Bangladeshi lineup. And if you talk about the Bangladeshi perspective, they really have to capitalize on the hardness of the ball. And if they pair off quite nicely in this one, then it'll be very difficult for the Pakistani bowlers to keep them quiet. But if the Pakistani bowlers, they make use of the new ball, they make the new ball count, then when the ball will grow old, it'll be very difficult for the batsman to hit the ball into the gaps. Very interesting passage of the play. These 15 overs, they'll enable us to predict what is going to be the outcome of this game. Ashraful, who was picked up by Omar Gul in the first one day on the first delivery. It's a brave move. He's taking the first delivery. It's a wide. The extras, they're not going to help the Pakistani cause. They haven't put a huge total on the board. Gave away 33 extras in the first game, these Pakistani bowlers. They've got to be very meticulous about the line length in this game. Important opening spell.
I think it's Bangladesh has a very realistic chance of going past this target of 243. Interesting to hear from Ramiz Raja that to do that you need to have the top order to click, and none better than Mohammad Ashraful on strike and Habibul Bashar. Since they're opening the batting, they have been in rich vein of forms, especially Habibul Bashar, even though Mohammad Ashraful did not continue to score runs after scoring that brilliant 77, but this is the right opportunity. And if they can give a good solid start, I think Bangladesh fortunes in the one-day cricket can change.
Well, so far they have only managed to win 3 games in their history of one-day internationals, and the one was against Pakistan in '99 World Cup at North Ends, and then they won a game in that particular World Cup against the Scottish team, and then against Kenya, and after that they haven't got the luck. That's a good stroke, using the pace, but still the ball is not going to cross over the boundary line. Yasir Hamid giving the chase. 3 runs have been scored, and Ashraful is away.
Good positive start from Mohammad Ashraful. It's good to see what kind of strategy these 2 batsmen have. Look at that shot, pitched up. No worries this time to hit it over the infielders. I mean, they've got a realistic, very good chance of hitting over the top in the first 15 overs. They know if the ball is pitched up, the ball is coming nicely to the bat, and they can really hit over the top. That's a good shot.
Well, Habibul Bashar is the key. Oh, that was a beautiful delivery. Looks like it's a drop catch. That can really prove expensive for the Pakistani team. Here was the chance to pick up the key batsman. Once again, inside edging. And Kamran Akmal wasn't that efficient behind the stumps. Big let off.
Straightforward chance there for Kamran Akmal, but did not grasp that. So it's all happening in the very first over. They've got a drop catch. They've picked up 3 runs by Mohammad Ashraful. So the Bangladeshi batsman needs to be a little bit more careful here. They just cannot throw the chances away.
Well, the intention is shown by Ashraful that he's going to take the aerial route. He got off the mark, just hitting the ball towards mid-wicket in the air. And on that occasion, he was looking to hit the ball over mid-off, but checked his stroke at the last moment. It's going to be taken. The batsman is walking, and Omar Gul has done the job, providing the Pakistani team a breakthrough straight away in the first over. 2 one-days, and he has managed to pick up Ashraful in his first over. Nicely taken by Inzamamul Haq.
Again, Mohammad Ashraful trying to play a stroke on the outside the off stump, a little bit width. Put him straight to the Inzamamul. Not a very easy catch to pick by the umpires, but it was easier for Mohammad Ashraful to just walk off. Bangladesh 5 for 1.
He's been very successful with the ball in his hand. Now he's required to do a job with the bat in his hand. Another one. Another streaky stroke from Habibul Bashar, clearing the wicket-keeper.
Well, he's made up his mind. He wants to play strokes. Lucky on that occasion that trying to pull that one. Just getting the top edge and going over the outstretched hand of Akmal.
It's been a good over from Shabir. Shot delivery, and he's hit the ball into the gap. Strong chase from Junaid Zia, doing well. Brilliant fielding effort from him, saving a run for his team. End of the over, 2 overs gone. Bangladesh 12 for 1.
So it's good to Rajan Saleh. Well, that's the third one in just a couple of deliveries. Third wide. This time around, it's Omar Gul.
Well, most of the fast bowlers, they find it very difficult to control the white new ball. Swings a lot in the air, and they get a lot of deviation of the track as well. Just collapsing a little bit in his action, Omar Gul, on that occasion, and he knows it, urging himself to concentrate hard. That's a better delivery. Ably played by Rajan Saleh. He's been very impressive, Rajan Saleh. He's making every Bangladeshi proud. Shown a lot of guts, the youngster. And today he has shown us that if he is required to bowl a few overs for his team, under pressure, he can really deliver. Very useful player, Rajan Saleh. Only one slip in place.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. On the up, did not bother to run even. That is an absolutely good shot from Rajan Saleh. Picks up another boundary.
Well, although he's not 100% fit, Rajan Saleh, but he's not leaving the opportunities to hit the ball towards the boundary line. That was a quality stroke. The best Rajan Saleh has played so far in this innings. These Bangladeshi batsmen, Habibul Bashar along with Rajan Saleh, making use of the hardness of the ball. In the air, and it's dropped. Second catch has been dropped off the bat of Habibul Bashar. And this time, it's Omar Gul. That was a sitter. He really camped under that ball nicely, but failed to hold on to that one. That's a huge let-off. Well, this is the second time Habibul Bashar has been dropped in his innings. Now it's very important for him to make use of those lapses by the Pakistani fieldsman. That's a wide delivery. No hesitation from the umpire, Aleem Dar. He's been kept very busy by the Pakistani bowlers. That was a drop chance. Easy catch at this level. Making the mess of the things. Omar Gul at third man. Time for the change of commentators in the commentary box. The most popular commentators, Sanjay Manjrekar and Ramiz Hassan Raja.
Thank you, Amir. That's 4. Well, obviously, Shabir Ahmed not yet getting his focus back after that drop catch. He was furious when the catch was dropped, so still trying to regain his composure. There was a wide ball immediately after the drop catch, and this one straying down on leg stump. Easy pickings for Rajan Saleh. Well, quite a few drop catches in this match, as many as, if I count them right, and if you consider Inzamam's cotton bowl chance as a catch drop, at least 5 catches dropped so far in this match. I just wonder whether it's got something to do with the background here, whether it's a difficult sighting ground for fielders, but the fielding, or rather the catching, has been below par from both sides.
A bit of an experience there probably. Now he's wiping his hands, he's wiping his forearms, he's not wearing any wristbands. And the conditions are very humid. It could be quite possible that that ball was slipped out of his hand because of excessing sweat on his palms. And I think he'll learn a thing or two as he progresses in international cricket, that these little things mean a great deal in Test match or one-day internationals. It just popped out. Greasy hands, not being able to control the ball. The position of the hands and the body was not great also, but it was such a sitter that everyone expected him to take it.
It was such a sitter that he was almost in a sitting position taking that catch. Rajan Saleh continues to impress one and all. What is admirable about his technique is that ball was about middle and leg, and he still presents a straight bat. It's very difficult actually to find the gate or the gap between bat and pad. Look at this straight bat presented. Never gets across the line. Look at that high elbow. That's good technique.
I think he allows the ball to come to him, doesn't jump in the ball. Stays in his crease when he's playing off the back foot, so he uses the crease well also at times. A bit like Arvinder De Silva. 44 for 1.
For it, 50 comes up for Bangladesh.
Time for Inzamam as a captain. Because in the first match it was too easy for him, and Pakistan is looking for a captain. So it will be interesting to see how he handles his bowlers. Driven beautifully through the covers once again by Rajan, and it's going to cross the fence once again.
Well, immediately after Hafiz was hit through covers for 4 runs, Inzamam Haq started walking to him. He's been hit 3 times towards the boundary line so far, Mohammad Hafiz. And he's into the second over of his spell, trying to calm everybody. Inzamam Haq. Eight of the over. 16 overs, they are gone. Bangladesh having a good start. 78 for 1 there.
And has Shoaib Malik, the second spinner. This time flick, and flick beautifully. And there's no chance for the square leg fielder to stop that one. 4 runs.
Rajan Saleh is moving closer to pick up his first 50 in one-day internationals. That was nicely whipped off his pads towards the square leg boundary. He's been superb, Rajan Saleh. He's only faced 60 deliveries, hit 8 boundaries. And at the same time, the thing which he has done, which was required, to rotate the strike. Whenever there was an opportunity, he played the ball with the soft hands into the gap and picked up singles. He's been ably supported by Habibul Bashar, who has lived dangerously. But the important thing, he's making the Pakistani bowlers pay for it.
But there's a mix-up. It's going to be run out. Oh, missed. A direct throw could have been a run out for Bangladesh, and that is to Rajan Saleh, who's batting brilliantly. And the fielder was Shoaib Malik.
Well, that ball was hit hard. And Shoaib Malik reacting very well. Not finding the target. It was wayward. This is going to be very close. And he's been given. He planted his foot outside the off stump. And Abdul Razak getting a hint of reverse swing, surprising the batsman. This is the important breakthrough the Pakistanis they were working hard for. And it came through Abdul Razak.
Very important wicket for Pakistan at this stage. It's 87 for 1. And that ball hitting straight on the middle stump. A little bit of movement, reverse swing, and he was out. And Bangladesh lost the second wicket. Habibul Bashar out for 25, and Bangladesh 87 for 2.
Tushar Imran flown into Pakistan for this one-day series. Wasn't that effective in the first game. Got himself out on a duck. And the reason why he has arrived at the crease, because Habibul Bashar has been adjudged leg before. There was no doubt about in anybody's mind. That was a very good decision from the umpire, Russell Tiffin.
Well, this is what happened when you play cross the line. His bat was going towards the mid-on or mid-wicket side. He's showing the bat, but I don't think so. The ball hit the bat. He was right plumb in front. Another good ball by Razak. The ball is coming in now. Razak using his experience. 87 for 2. Bangladesh still have a good chance.
Has done very well so far, Abdul Razak. Has only given one opportunity to the batsman to hit the ball towards the boundary line. But that too was a very brave stroke from Rajan Saleh. Other than that, he's been very consistent like that. Once again, bending his back, surprising the batsman with some extra pace, Abdul Razak, on that occasion.
Very well bowled. That's the experience of Razak. That ball came quick and a little bit of height there. He's bowling very well. He got the breakthrough for Pakistan. And he's the 5th bowler used by Imzamam so far. Still have an option of Junaid Zia, who is the 6th bowler, a medium pacer. And he's bowled him! Bat shot, across the line. Lovely bowling by Razak, right on the target. And Pakistan gets another wicket.
A bad stroke was on the cards because Tushar Imran didn't get off the mark after 13 deliveries. He was frustrated, took his chances, but he's been cleaned up by Abdul Razak. Knocking the middle stump off. And Bangladesh, they are in trouble. 90 for 3 they are. Alok Kapali had an ordinary day in the field in the innings of the Pakistani team. He's got a decent strike rate in one-day internationals, but the average is not that great. His highest has been 89 not out, and that was against West Indies. That was nicely played. Abdul Razak was looking for a yorker.
Well, after that wicket Razak took of Taswir Imran, this is the one playing across the line. It's a bad shot on this occasion. A lot of overs were left to play straighter. And after this wicket, everybody's wondering where the experience of Bangladesh gone. Javed Umar was there, Anand Sakar was there. They played so well in the test matches, and I'm sure they're going to miss them.
That's a beautiful stroke from Rajan Saleh. But Abdul Razak has brought the Pakistani team back in.
The experience of Bangladesh gone. Javed Umar was there, Anand Sakar was there. They played so well in the test matches, and I'm sure they're going to miss them.
That's a beautiful stroke from Rajan Saleh. But Abdul Razak has brought the Pakistani team back in this game with some quality bowling. Picked up 2 wickets in a span of 9 deliveries without conceding a run. He's one utility cricketer you can have as a captain in your team. Can chip in with the ball as well as the bat. Slow delivery. Nicely played to pick up a single. 21 overs gone. Bangladesh 93 for 3.
11 fours and a total of 96. So it's been attractive cricket from the visitors. 89 dot deliveries. If Bangladesh can keep on taking the singles and twos that are available, I think they can still put pressure on the opposition. These runs do not look a great deal. They do not look menacing enough for the opposition. But in the end, it keeps on totaling up. Keeps the strike turning over. Just like that. Safe cricket. I think this is where Bangladesh need to be careful here. They lost 3 wickets. Need to play safe cricket for a while. Just look to pick up those singles and twos. Not look for heroics. Not look for big boundaries. And stay within reach. 5.3 runs per over. still achievable, provided they have wickets in hand and provided Rajan Saleh plays an intelligent innings.
That's nicely played by Alok Kapali. Played with a much straighter bat. That's the reason he got the gap with the extra cover to pick up 2 comfortable runs. So that's Bangladesh 100 for 3. Brings up the 100 with the 2 runs in the cover region.
That's a lovely drive from Alok Kapali. Just goes on to show that this track is still good for batting. On the rise. And the ball flew away very quickly off the mat. Nice shot. Good early call from Rajan Saleh. He's a good judger of a run. Not only does he run well between the wicket, but whenever there's an opportunity, he would call early. And that is the secret. And a positive call, yes or no. At times, batsmen do have various methods of calling. Wait, can be confusing. It can be interpreted wrongly. Yes or no can help.
I feel that as long as the run rate does not go over 6 or 6.5, it's still reachable by the Bangladeshi batsmen, even though they've lost 2 very quick wickets. The last wicket was to Shah Imran, again disappointing with the bat. But they should look forward from here. Alok Kapali and Rajan Saleh. That's well played. End of the over. Bangladesh 100 for 3.
His line generally in Multan was pretty good. He gets the ball right up. As a newcomer, you've got to simplify so many things. The arena is big, the pressure is there. Massive crowd here in Faisalabad, as was in Multan. You can easily be overawed by the situation. So you need to simplify your thinking. Keep the ball nice and up. That's much better. On target. I think that is what will be required from Junaid Zia at this stage.
Well, Junaid Zia only in his second one there. Just bowled 2 deliveries. I think the point that you were making, Ramiz, is like the line and length. He needs to bowl stump to stump. That's what it matters in one-day cricket. And if he can pick the line up and just settle down to a nice rhythm, it'll be interesting to see how he comes out of it.
Rajan Saleh will run hard, as he always does. These little things do point out to making him a wonderful player. Running between the wicket, his approach. He hasn't thrown away his wicket yet. He's tried his level best out there. Away swinger. Good delivery. He's got to keep the ball just about there.
Good stuff. Just away movement of the wicket. Must have pitched on the seam and just cut away nicely. Well, Inzamam has been pretty confident of Junaid Zia. He's given him 5 fielders inside the circle. He's got the liberty to put one back, but he's not done that. He's got the mid-off and mid-on up in the circle. Alok Kapali will be looking to hit. This time around, a little bit of width, straight to the point fielder. Just pick up a comfortable single.
No boundary now for 8 overs. Pakistan have restricted the boundaries. Rajan Saleh is still out there, and he'll be the key player. A little bit of width, and well, I was thinking he got away with it, but Russell Tiffin, late gesture from him of a wide ball.
Fair one, just a little bit too wide. So the field placement that I was talking about to you, Ramiz, is that he's got mid-off and mid-on inside the circle, so he has the chance to hit over the top, but he has to make sure that the ball is pitched up and you get a nice free of arms.
Four off the over, 110 for 3. Three not out. Lovely shot. Drive through the offside. First boundary in 10 overs. And it was a lovely drive by Alok Kapale. In the slot for the swing to come down heavily.
Well, does he play that shot really well? I mean, he played a similar kind of shot which fetched him 2 runs, but this time around, what a shot. Full face of the bat and the elbow upright. That is an excellent shot. Youngster watching this back home could definitely learn a few tricks from Alok Kapale. Good balance. Instantly, after being hit for a boundary, Inzamam has walked to the bowlers, and that's a good sign.
And that's what slow turn does. It gets you to miscue the lofted shots. Safe as a house on that occasion, Johanna. So the pinch hitter, Murtaza, fails to deliver.
Yeah, that's why he was sent in, Murtaza, ahead of good established batsman, to just increase the run net, and there he went after Shoaib Malik. There was some spin on the ball. The ball came slightly slower than he'd expected. Tried to play over mid-on. The ball took the top edge of the bat, going towards the deep square leg. Yusuf Johanna took a very well-judged catch. So another big blow for Bangladesh. Murtaza going back with 1. Bangladesh is 133 for 5.
Well, here's another unexpected promotion. Mushfiqur Rahman, who batted at number 9 in the last match, comes at the fall of the 5th wicket.
So this is the scorecard. Only one player, Saleh, who's played with some confidence and some quality cricket shown by Saleh. And Omar Gul back into attack is very close and he's gone.
I think it's not a bad decision. The batsman is very disappointed. Gives a long look back at the umpire. He continues to look at the stumps as we watch the Pakistanis celebrate. Umar Gul has this early angle, but I think the impact was about off in middle. That would have gone on to hit the stumps. Here's another look. Not very wide of the crease. Where is that heading? I had a great chance of that just crashing onto middle and leg. I think that's a good decision. Mushfiqur Rahman gone for a duck. Bangladesh 133 for 6. On the green line is the initial required rate, which is 4.9, and the yellow line, or the yellow, the worm that you see there, is the current run rate, which has dipped below the required rate. Edged and gone. Nod of the head and the finger goes up. Shoaib Malik continues to trouble the Bangladeshi batsman. It's time for Khalid Mahmood, the captain, to take a walk.
Oh, it looks all over for the Bangladesh team now. Their skipper losing his wicket to Shoaib Malik. He's trying to play that streaky stroke through that slip area. Got a tickle and Kamran Iqbal took a very good catch. And here is the finger of Aleem Dar. So Khalid Mahmood walking back, got out on 4. Bangladesh 138 for 7.
Saleh by far the top scorer for Bangladesh, 64 of 93, and then 225s from Bashar and Kapali, who's still out there.
Athar Ali Khan and Ramiz Raja will take over commentary.
Thank you, Sanjay. Bangladesh once again disappointing the crowd here. They were off to a promising start, but it's just that Pakistani bowlers came back very strongly through Umar Gul and Abdul Razak, and how well Shoaib Malik has bowled. 3 for 23. Runs on the onside. Alok Kapali has just faced 10 balls in the last 5.1 overs, so he's been off strike, and that has not gone down too well with Bangladesh. They're chasing a target and they want Alok Kapali to be on strike.
Thinking for a quick single and getting it at the end. Right, it has been a pretty disappointing performance from Bangladesh. Quite a few soft dismissal, especially from Rajan Saleh, was well set, looking very good. And the batting order that Dave Watmore chose to play in this one day did not come off. So it's Khalid Mashood to the rescue.
.6 runs per over. That will be difficult. Rajan Saleh looked very matured out there, but the rest of the batsmen have not followed the example set out by the youngster. And they've been immaturish with their shot selection. They panicked, and the rhythm was jolted when Rajan Saleh was out. Inzamam should be enjoying himself out there. A victory in the first one day at Multan, and he's sensing win again here.
Well, I think Rajan Saleh did play his part, but Habibul Bashar was up to the mark as well. They put on 82 for the second wicket, and the decision that went against Habibul Bashar might have been the turning point, because he was set, well set. He was in a rich vein of forms, but umpires have different ideas. Nevertheless, it's back to the present situation where Bangladesh struggling to get to that park. That's a nice shot. Played very late, straight to mid-on, just would fetch him a single. End of the over. Bangladesh 142 for 7.
Second wicket between Saleh and Bashar, getting Bangladesh 82. And Saleh was involved in a fourth wicket. Good effort as well. Kapali and Saleh putting up another partnership. It's just that the spark went away from Bangladesh the moment Rajan Saleh got out. There's too much pressure on the young player. You can't expect miracles from him. He's just started his international career and he's looked the part. But someone needs to support him out there. It's been a magnificent effort from Shoaib Malik. How well he's bowled. 3 for 24. And came at a stage when Bangladesh were looking for runs. So he was under pressure. A couple of no balls didn't damage his confidence. He's made them look messy.
Well, he's been getting some assistance from the wicket, but he's bowled beautifully. He's got the ball to turn. He's got the ball which has moved away from the bat, and he's been very strict on his line and length. That's the reason he's picked up 3 wickets. Another one in the offer. Oh, maybe a little bit better effort there from the fielder. Could have had another wicket in the pocket for Bangladesh, but this time he survives.
Well, he had to attempt this with aggression in his mind, but the aggression was missing because the last few paces had to be aggressively notched up. A couple of runs, the straighter one was read well. Well, the fielder had to make a quick decision here, whether to go for this catch or restrain himself so that the ball doesn't go over the boundary rope. .146 for 7.
This is fighting cricketer, but Watmore had other ideas, did not come off. Well, it's all about partnership. That's what I discussed earlier with you, Ramiz, that if you're chasing a target of 244 runs, there needs to be somebody who has to hold ends and build a partnership.
He's been impressive, Shabir Ahmed. Ball with control, and he's got the ball to jag around closer to the stumps, and then that natural movement away from the bat. He's got a bit of pace and bounce because he's tall, hits the ball hard. I've seen him to grow in confidence from Karachi. In fact, he had a wonderful test match debut. Picked up 8 wickets in his first test match and 17 in the test series. He's been the real find, I would say, along with Umar Gul in the bowling department for Pakistan.
Yes, he's been quite impressive, but he's failed to pick up a wicket. He's won a pretty good line in length, and this one there, that's 3 on the dot that he has played at it and missed it. Well, Ramiz, I think both these bowlers, Omar Gul and Shabir Ahmed, making their debuts, would be much more tested against the South Africans than the Bangladesh. South African having the power to dominate the test matches, so it'll be a good testing time for these youngsters. And the positives from these series, the one-days and the test match, should definitely come out in a better way and a positive way against the South Africans.
Yes, this would have been a good confidence booster for some of these young players this series. Slip being employed by Inzamam. He's beaten the bat at least on one occasion in this over. That's played in the air away from the fielder. Nicely timed. And that has run away. That boundary also raises Bangladesh's 150. 94 more required. Clean hit.
Well, they've got more. They need more than one boundary in each over to reach to that over target. Target of 244, but that was beautifully placed. It's just a nice soft chip, but he had enough on the bat and making sure that fielder inside the circle didn't have any chance on that one.
He's got a very aggressive run-up. Shabir Ahmed is tall, and normally you don't associate quick run-up with tall, lanky fast bowlers. He's got the same build, same structure as Joel Garner or Curtly Ambrose, but they didn't run up to the wicket as aggressively as he does. .152 for 7. 92 more required. Bangladesh will be hard pushed to get there. They've lost wickets. And so once again, Pakistan, who earlier looked in a bit of problem, now easing their way through. Alok Kapali not out on 32 now. He has to get to his 50 to get some confidence now. Along with Rajan Saleh, he's the other youngster who's been impressive for Bangladesh.
Alok Kapali was struck on his eyebrow during one of the test matches. He got a few stitches there, but he's not shown that he's afraid of going behind the right line of the ball. That's a good shot over the top of the cover. He's really nicely measured that one. Just a nice chip again, this time fetching him 2 runs. An all-important one. It is still there for Bangladesh. As you mentioned, it's a 7 runs and over required. So if they still have a chance if these 2 batsmen can put up a decent partnership here.
End of Shoaib Malik's stint. 3 for 34, 159 for 7. So Alok Kapali would be eyeing that area to go probably over Inzamam's head. And well, will that be taken? Yunus Khan is getting underneath that, and he's picked up his first international wicket. Sigh of relief for Junaid Zia, and sigh of relief for Yunus Khan also. It was a difficult catch. The ball went high in the air. He had to run back, not easy. He really had to steady himself. Looking for that chip shot maybe to go over mid-on. There you see Yunus Khan steadying himself and then catching it. Just managing to hold on to that one.
So Junaid Zia picks up his very first one-day national wicket in the second one there. Alok Kapali.
Perhaps a missed opportunity here for Bangladesh. 243 was chaseable, but in the end falling well short.